Yes, they do. Like, I have a life off the internet too, boo. That shit pissed me off. Seriously. I don't like getting told what to do either. Not from you. Like, you're not my mother. You're not my leader. You're not my aunt. You're not my lover. You're not my sister. You're not anybody to me. You lucky people like me just stand up and protect you because you're a female. And I'm white. A white male created a society that you claim to love. And you just you chase toxic shit all day. Like, you sit there talking shit about the people protecting you. When I'm protecting them, is what I'm trying to say. I'm protecting these people. In a lot of ways. Like, you just want to call me evil. It's okay. Is it because of my DNA? Like, are you offended today? Because I show you how to get triggered. And you think you're going to get me upset. Because just because something pisses me off doesn't mean it's going to ruin my day. Like, bro, go smoke a cigarette. Go waste your money on gym memberships and sweat when you could do that shit in your fucking basement. Like, you know, you're using that as a social experiment, even though you tell men not to approach you in the gym. So when men stop going to the gym for any type of refreshments in regards to that, don't get upset. Because people like me, it's not that I'm a fruit ball or anything like that. I just don't want to be harassed by women how they don't want to be harassed by men. You understand? Like, they harass you in different ways. The ways a woman can harass you is very different in the ways that a man can harass you. Women are very malicious, bro. They try to attack your soul. Where do you think I learned that from? How to just, like, dig it in you. You think it's all about you. Because you know I'm saying something in regards to what you're referring to. Like, oh yeah, I got shit to do also, boo. It's not all about you. Like, what would you see the shape I'm in and be like, oh, you're a fucking slouch, dude? Like, oh yeah, but you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do that, you don't know how to do the other thing either. Hey, go chase toxic dudes. I'm not asking you to chase me, bro. Go chase them. Go chase Chad, Tyrone, and Juan Valdez, and call me a racist for saying it that way. Go do that shit. While you crying about it to yourself. Because I'm not crying about shit, really, bro. I'm like, they are liars, and liars go to hell. So why would I try to fall in love with lying-ass, evil people? In any type of way. I show them love. Right? I give you love. I don't get love in return, though, really. It's not that my receptors are blocked out from it. I could recognize love given to me very easily. And it doesn't have anything to do with kisses, stretches on my fucking peach to get my shit wet, you know? This is not what that is, bro. I'm not that person you think I am. Just because I'm saying something a little bit vulgar. They'll get what's coming to them. People that lie. You think all I'm doing is complaining? Like, that's funny to me. Like, bro, I'm telling you something. Like, the irony is, I'm telling you something that I learned from real life on those platforms. And it's more true than anything you're saying. Like, you're saying shit I was saying a decade ago, friend. Doesn't bother me. It's gonna bother you. You're lucky that there's simps for you to take you to the barbecue, you know? You're lucky for that. It ain't gonna be me. Been knowing that. Say that's not good. This ain't good. I'm like, bro, what's not good? Being alone is better than being around toxic women. Yes. 100%. Toxic women will get you children that resent you. Toxic women will make you fucked up around your friends too. Toxic women will get you arrested. Toxic women will ruin your representation of yourself. Toxic women will get you in all types of trouble, dude. I guess that means I hate women because I'm warning dudes about toxic women half the time. I didn't need to go through what all these other dudes went through to know about toxic women. It's like, oh yeah, thank you for showing me what I don't want. That's exactly how it goes. They just don't realize it. Like, you're exposing yourself when you do that. Because I actually appreciate the toxicity. It builds up a tolerance to bullshit, you know? People have bullshit. They think you have an answer for everything, right? But it's bullshit what they do. Like, dude, you're saying shit I was saying from 10 years ago. You're stuck in the information loop. It's paralysis, and it's analysis paralysis. Death by a million paper cuts. Nickel and dime you to death. For real. Like, bro, go buy kettlebells. Stop wasting money on a gym membership unless you're trying to go just to meet a man or a woman. That's the only purpose I could see for a gym. Or pushing your limits. You go there before everybody else gets there and you push your limits. You go there with your buddy that spots you to push your limit, and that's it. Word. Stop wasting everything. They waste time, money, everything. I realized that before these fucking lockdowns, when all these people had their fake awakening. It's like, dude, that's not awake. You still didn't come to the truth of Jesus? Like, for heaven's sake, I hope you're saved. You know, I really do. The devil is out here trying to get you to waste more than money and time. He's trying to get you to waste your love, for real. He wants you chasing toxic dudes in the gym and the club and all that stuff. He wants you thinking that the devil doesn't exist. You know, the devil wants you to think the devil doesn't exist. 100%. Like, I have a life off this shit too. That's why you have so many videos of me holding up a fish for you. Do I have to show you how I shovel and plow by hand just for you to admit that I'm a man? Like, understand that. You don't have to take my hand for anything if I'm pointing you in the right direction. You want my hand to grab, well, go where I'm pointing. And the same love will be there. The same type of love and nourishment. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's all these YouTube emojis. Rocket ships. Like, bro, those are getting fired into the ocean. You still believe that shit? Like, it's embarrassing, you know, for people to waste like that. They go back and forth and back and forth and wonder why I go track and trace and track. It's like they track and trace their own movements and act like, why would they watch you? While they go doing the same shit you used to do. Like, maybe you should have watched me because you're doing the same shit I was doing in 2003. And all it got me was toxicity. Like, I wasn't aware of the toxicity to do that. Like, they don't care. You could tell them there's babies in the vaccines, Popeyes is genetically modified, and all this type of shit. And guess what? I'm still going to go eat Popeyes if I want it. They're still going to go kill their fucking baby if they... You know, they're still going to give the kid a vaccine if the mom has a job that has to take her away from the children and they put them in a place where they need to take these vaccines. That's what's going to happen. Because you're more worried about your money. I'm worried about money too, but it's only a tool. It's energy transfer, dude. I was saying this shit back in high school. You needed the world to flatten and Mandela effects to happen and all this shit to collapse for you to wake up. And I didn't. Like, you needed to see God separating the wheat from the chaff in order to even think that you could be a calf of the Lord instead of acting like a fucking goat. But I didn't need that shit, and I'm not trying to judge you for it, bro. I'm just letting you know, like, the road is very lonely sometimes. That's why you have to have love for yourself. I'd rather be down here by myself swinging kettlebells than hearing some toxic broad yell at me about whatever it could be. Like, bro, they created a personality archetype for you to follow. That's why everybody says that I sound like Alex Jones when I sound like that, even though I don't fucking watch him. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like they created a profile for you to profile yourself with. Like, yeah, you're doing what they told you. Like, that's a CIA operation. Popping on the platform to drop truth, but is it the truth of God? That's what keeps me the most healthy. Besides whatever I could feed myself or whatever exercise I could do. If God doesn't soothe me, or like, let's say I'm in a bad mood and nothing helps except for prayer, how am I supposed to cook food with bad energy and work out when I'm feeling tired or drained? Oh yeah, I have to pray to the Messiah or whatever you pray to, bro. Go pray to the fucking sun. You should be outside when it's this weather. I know I like it when it's cold. If it wasn't 22 inches of snow that didn't melt, I would be on the road looking for somewhere to go, to chill. I like being outside. Alone. You understand? Grounding. Like, you ever met somebody that does that by themselves? Exactly. Not right now. That's the point I'm trying to make. You have to find ways to imitate that. You have to find ways to mimic that mind state, that feeling of grounding. That's what I just said. It's negative 20 degrees. Like, they don't understand. They're in a slushy mess with a city that plows it for them. You know what I mean? They don't understand. They're not going to get their spring water like that by the jug. If I didn't have jugs full of it, I wouldn't have the water to drink, to make coffee. Because I don't really want to drink tap water. I haven't drank fluoride like that in a long time, bro. Long time. It's been a long time dumbing down the populace. Satan's tongue. Right? They love to suck on Satan's tongue all day. And I don't do that shit, bro. Like the way they backbite. They have an attitude and shit. And I don't like you for that. Like, that's why I say I don't know how you would show me love. Because I don't need that kind of love. You make it like it's a man's fault. They don't want your affection. Like, you want their protection, right? In some type of way. That's why you're users. A lot of women, the nature of women is to be takers. They take dick, don't they? Oh my God, it's so vulgar. I must be a horrible Christian for saying that. But like, bro, you follow toxic dudes all day, but you don't want a fatherly figure that will show the kid how to fish. That's actual masculinity, bro. Not this fake version of it that could just beat your ass, impregnating the world and never staying around to take care of the girl or the children. That's not good, bro. They got you arguing for fucking Anton Levy. Watch When It Breaks and Led Zeppelin tried to warn you the same way they told me. Oh yeah, it's a little before my time. Like, why do you think I was listening, bro? I was listening to them. I'm not angry with boomers. I'm disappointed. The same shit they said to me. It goes from one topic to the other because it's all connected, bro. It's all resistance. Water takes the path of least resistance, right? Your body is full of water, isn't it? So does electricity. It's very similar. This is Ohm's law. But you need the resistance for the energy to build up. Like the light and the heat source uses the most energy in your house. When you have lights on and heat running, that's the most energy it pumps out. You know, I don't have an answer for everything, bro. This is why I don't chase after toxicity. Because that's the shit I had to grow up around. Somebody telling me that. And I'm like, look it up, you fucking Borat. Go look it up. Instead of telling me attitude. Instead of giving me some type of attitude. Because you'll find out sooner or later why I'm like, it's why it seems like I'm mad at you when I talk like that. But I really don't give a fuck. Because I have gratitude no matter what. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom, bro. Why do you think God gives me that? The freedom to, like, I went down a bad road and I still kept my sanity intact. I still kept my soul, too. You know, I don't think everybody's out to get me, even though I have paranoid thoughts sometimes. That's you. Because people actually treat you poorly. I've been treated poorly too, but I still have trust. I didn't block out my love receptors. I didn't go chasing after toxic lust just because it felt familiar. No, I didn't go doing that, bro. I'm not toxic masculinity. You know, the shit you want to draw pictures of and worship all day. You fall for it every time. Why would I trust your discernment if you fall for Trump because Biden sucked? Even though I already knew he left his fucking supporters rotting in prison. Even though he riled them up. What do you think got me off of that dickhead's nutsack? Like the first couple of days after the inauguration in 2016, I see him filling up his cabinet with Goldman Sachs officials. I'm like, oh, this dude is just a fucking shill, bro. He's exactly what he claims to be against. Like the rest of these liberal hippie boomers. Except he's probably not a hippie. He was a neocon, right? A liberal neocon from New York City. That's what Donald Trump is, bro. I still don't understand why all these communists hate him. Like, he is a communist. Trumpshavik. That's what I call him. I've been saying it for a long time, friend. You just don't realize that I don't like him because I'm on the right wing. Because I don't like murdering babies to put vaccines in your body. Because I like being able to hold a shotty in case somebody wants to break in that night. Yeah, that's what makes me right wing, bro. All these fake right wingers that just react to bullshit videos and disrespect where they come from and where they end up. No roots, no fruits, bro. Just to let you know. Because I might make fun of how this place is a little slow, but I always appreciated that it took me in like a fucking refugee away from shithole. Because I like where I'm from. I just don't like what you're turning it into, bro. And you're using immigrants as an excuse, in my opinion. Like, you're using them as an excuse to turn it into wherever the fuck they come from. But that's how I feel about you. See, I didn't come here try to turn New York into I didn't come here try to turn the mountains into New York. True talk, bro. True talk. I didn't come up here rippity rap rap da 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 da. I didn't do all that shit, bro. I slowed it down. That's why I didn't age the same as you. The cold preserved me, you know? You adapted to this bullshit. I was born in it. I was always having that fragmented duality, push-pulling, pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. I was always having that around me, bro. I learned to read when I was really young. And ever since I learned how to read, my tongue wouldn't shut up when I had the right answer. But I know how to shut up when I need to learn something. They don't understand that. Maybe. Tap water got nerfed for real. I guess so. Whatever it could be, bro. I don't even know who this is. XX Games for You, XX. Like, I don't even know who you are. I don't need to block every single person that I come across. But at the same time, bro, thank you for not saying anything to get you blocked, because I don't need to block every single person. Nor do I want to. That's why I don't expect love from you. It's like, how are you going to show me love? Seriously. Like, you act like you did me dirty, and I'm like, you never hurt me, bro. You sure you're not trying to tell me something that I didn't know about? Like, you're actually trying to hurt something I love, maybe. That's the stuff I don't understand. It says 0, but I see hearts popping up on the screen. You know, I don't understand that about technology. Maybe I'm a dinosaur. These people, they're like, this is what I'm trying to say about them. You know, it's not that they need to be, nah, I support you. Yo, I'm just a kid. My bad, bro. I'm not trying to talk shit to a kid. I don't want to block you. I feel like I have to block kids from this channel, though. Unless I just take off all the offensive material. Stick to putting fishing shorts on here. And showing you how the light is missing everywhere I go. It's not all the time, though. It's definitely when you have it on your mind more. Like, what you pay attention to, that's where the energy goes. You know? The path of least resistance, you know? You understand that? This is something somebody was trying to tell me. They're like, to me, I took it as a bad way. That's why texting is a low form of communication. It's very low IQ. It's like, I'd rather talk to you and hear your tone of voice on a phone. I'd rather see your face and look at your body language when I'm saying it so I can read your energy more. So I know if I'm saying something you agree with or disagree with. Because liars are cheaters, bro. Cheaters are liars. They keep a secret. Why would I transpire with people that want to conspire against me in some type? Like, that's a conspiracy against you. When you have a lover that goes with other people and still wants you to be there at night, right? That's a conspiracy. It's not a theory. That's them conspiring against you. That's why there's so many divorces, bro. They're very unloyal. And they act like they have no part in it. Like 80% of the divorces are for no cause at all because they just got tired of the dude or something like that, right? The path of least resistance. Gee, I wonder why Jesus spoke in parables. Because a lot of people just wanted to put him on a cross to begin with. They couldn't wait for the chance to do it. But guess what? They had to wait for his chance and his opportunity because he gave his life up for my sins and yours too. But I mean, I'm not trying to tell you you go to hell if you don't believe that. Even though I believe that, I don't like pushing it on you, bro. I like showing what I know. And like, you know, if you've known me at all to get angry, that's the shit that gets me not angry. That's why I like Jesus. They hated him for, oh, you're going to hate me for saying it? Well, they hated me for saying it. Why wouldn't they hate you for saying it? And Jesus was saying a similar thing back in the day to all of them. So they hated him first. If the language was reverse, I mean, if the language was translated of today's actual lingo, the slang, it would be like, your yes, let your yes mean yes and your no mean no would be, say it with your chest out, bro. The only power you have is the power my Father in heaven grants you, is the path of least resistance, right? God can show his wrath through hardened hearts like that, through Roman emperors and Egyptian pharaohs and American presidents, right? Yeah, I grew up Catholic, bro. I got all the sacraments except for anointing of the sick and marriage. I mean, I've anointed the sick, but not in front of a church leader. So I wouldn't say I've gotten that sacrament. I've followed it better than half these Catholics, bro. I've given up meat every Friday, not just on Lent. I've done that plenty of times. I've given up sexual like the things that woke me up to the sexual immorality was the fact that I did a no nut November for Lent, for lack of a better term. Like, bro, these kids knowing these terms. I'm not trying to talk to them like they're a germ. Like, you're trying to act like they don't have phones attached to their fucking thumbs. Like, they don't know the shit you're talking about. You act like it's a secret joke to them. When it's a kid, knowing what I'm talking about. Unless that's not really a kid, you know? That's why I'm not trying to curse as much. That's why I don't... If I seen you in person, I wouldn't say 2 words to you, probably. Unless it has to do with fishing. Like, yeah, it's gonna be what's the bait I'm using, you know? If I'm using worms or corn kernels. Then I can understand talking to you, bro. I would never talk to you about this stuff in reality. That's why it's weird. That's why the internet is weird. You understand? You should watch out who you're talking to. You should definitely watch who you're talking to on the internet. Like they said, I'm joking around about it when I say nobody cares, like, cause that's how I feel. But it's definitely true. It's real, bro. Like, they don't care if you... There's plenty of people who don't care if you're a little kid and they won't even censor themselves a little bit. You know? They want to show you something that you're not supposed to see. Corrupt your youth and your innocence. And you can make a joke about it all week. Well, I've seen worse. Oh, no, 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 no. Bro, that's your parents' fault if they're not protecting you from it. But they can't shelter you forever, right? You gotta forgive them. Like how I had to. I had a lot of things when I was getting older with them. Like they didn't know what was best for me. Is how I still feel like that today. That's why I say what I say. You gotta forgive them, bro. You're gonna have resentment if you don't. They always argue and you should thank God they didn't triangulate it on you. And they knew what was right to do. And just maybe they separated by now. Instead of always arguing. Because they need to be codependent, right? It's not good. This stuff is not good for you to learn. You shouldn't have to know about this. I'm just not hidden. I'm just not a hidden person, you know? You can always find me on the internet. Bro, I say the same shit to your face, though. If you're a grown man, like, I'm not trying to have problems with people. I don't say things just for shock value, to be an edgelord. I actually believed that stuff back in the day. Oh, you want to prevent STDs, then don't have sex, bro. Why you passing around condoms in high school calling me a weirdo? Like, aren't they weirdos for that? Passing around prophylactics in high school? Sometimes you have to prepare for the future. Yeah, prepare for the worst, pray for the best. Don't worry about that shit though, bro. Worrying is not gonna get you anywhere. God is a provider, you know. He'll show you the way if you try to be honest with yourself. Like, you know, through signs in the world, people trying to help, reminders. Like, yeah, what if this lady was only a reminder for me to get off sugar again? Like, do you think I want to make her my wife because of that? Especially if I know she chases toxic men. Like, if you're finding me attractive, I'm gonna start looking at myself, going, "Am I a toxic man? Like, how are you gonna show me love? You don't know how to keep men around you that like are worth a damn. You give them the milk for free, expect them to want to buy the cow. Hey, maybe that's the Catholic in me, you know. My problem with the Catholics is they're a bunch of hypocrites a lot of the times. No offense. Like, boo, that's about you. I got a life off the internet too. I got a life off of Facebook also, because I felt like going in. I only pop on Facebook to tell the truth. Like, no, you don't, bro. You sit there complaining, like everybody else, and I try not to. And they're the ones that call me complaining. It's like, bro, I'm not even trying to complain about anybody. But enough people complain to you, you start to complain too. That's why I know energy. Yeah, that's energy, dude. That's why I don't really talk to you. It's not overwhelming. I'm not sending a wall of text all the time. If you're not responding to me, guess what I stopped doing? I stopped sending the text, bro. I'm not a fucking asshole. I have a life off of Facebook. Good for you. I feel about it. There's something in the way you move. Like, that's lust, in my opinion. Like, you're trying to capture dudes with lust. Showing your body, confessing about your daddy issues. Like, bro, at least you don't hear me talk about how I hate my mommy. I talk about how I didn't like a lot of the shit involved with it. Get over it. Not just gonna shove them in a fucking nursing home because they pissed me off when I was a kid. Still piss me off today. You know? Still piss me off today, bro. I'm gonna go and get some dinner. Bye. Same. Peace, man. Enjoy your meal. I don't have resentment for Catholics. It's like the Catholicism part, and I don't agree with it. But I've believed in it in the past. I've followed it plenty of times. I used to be a Catholic when I was a little kid. Getting sacraments. Still in a public school, having to go get sacraments for CCD. Like, that's how you know I'm Catholic. If you don't know about CCD, you ain't Catholic. CCD and latchkey. Catholic peanut butter and jelly. Here we go. Watch. Oh yeah, I'm the opposite of a narcissist. Like, I tell you when you're on the camera. I'm not trying to yell at you to goad you into an argument so you be acting crazy on camera. Like, I literally tell you you're on the camera. I'd rather mute you and have you not be on my footage if you don't want to be a part of it, you know? I have a life off of everything. For me to show you catching the fish, that would imply that my life has not been just on Facebook, right? I have to actually learn how to tie up the reel, tie up the fishing lure, dig up the worms, drive to the fishing hole, know what bait to use, have enough sustenance, that means food, energy. Like, bro, I'm tired of hearing them. So, like, how is it everything a white man's fault when you're using the internet? Like, shh. I have a life off of the internet. Yeah, try living in a place where they're not just plowing the streets everywhere you go. You know, men with shovels. Toxic, so toxic, bro. So toxic to let them know, like, they wouldn't be shit without these bros. You know that, right? Like, they've had white knight simps the whole time, even though they're actually weak. They're weak, bro. Those guys are weak. They won't tell girls the truth because there's a chance that they might get a sneak peek. You know? Like, yeah, I'm nice to women too when I want to screw, but I'm nice to you no matter what. I don't care if I hurt your feelings to tell you the truth. Is that toxic or a green flag? That's actually a green flag, ladies. Something you shouldn't hate your dad for. Tried to tell you the truth, maybe. I'm like, yeah, don't be a little fucking whore in my house. I know if I was a dad of a daughter, if I was a father of a girl, I wouldn't be tolerating this shit when they're wearing this crazy shit. What is it, abusive? If I'm waiting for you to change your clothes, like, I don't care. I'm not going to let you get away with it. I wouldn't let them get away with it. Same difference with a kid doing drugs in my house. I popped my drug cherry way before I popped any other one. I was the kid that didn't want to do anything with people that I could pop their cherry. Because I thought it's disgusting. Watching the blood run. I was like, I don't want to get with any of them. Little did I know they want to get with Grim. Sometimes. Little did I know. Because I don't believe them. I was like, you're right. I don't believe you. Some of them are lying to you about not being that thing, so that they could get with you, because they know you don't get with. You don't want to do that. You don't want to leave anybody confused, because that's a sign of youth in our society. A girl with virginity. It's very uncouth. You know, you should have maturity and still be like able to wear white at your wedding. You know, your children shouldn't be at your fucking wedding, unless you're a divorcee. And in the Bible, it says those people are they're committing adultery. You know that, right? If you sleep with a divorced woman, you're committing adultery. That's what it says in the New Testament. Pretty sure it's the book of Matthew. Like, bro, don't act like I'm trying to make you believe it just because I know it. Like, I literally don't care if where you go to get your cup filled. Like, Jesus is the well that I don't have to keep coming back to, and it's mad true. Like, I rarely even have to go looking at the book all the time if I keep it in my heart. Now, don't I? Isn't that the case? I'd rather go read other books that have use. I could learn something in the reality. You know, how to manipulate the reality, how to fabricate something in the reality where I can harness that energy. Right? The whole world is energy vampirism. It's just how you're willing to use it, what you're willing to consent to, you know, because there's a satanic side to a lot of things, bro. Yes, even just regular old garbage throwing. Some people we're a fallen state, bro. Some people are just born haters, and they never will change. They act like if I'm giving them information, I got an answer for everything, even though I've had to shut my mouth and use my brain to acquire the knowledge that you think I have an answer for. Like, you think I have an answer for everything, but I had to shut my mouth and use the ears that God gave me to hear the sound so my brain could process what it means and ask questions about it later on. You know, like a give-take relationship. Not parasitic in nature, it's symbiotic. It's not parasitic if you know, it's not toxic if, like, everything a man says to you is mansplaining. I bet you're a toxic ass broad, is just what I'm gonna say. And if you don't think there's any girl for her to, if you don't think there's any reason for the girl to want to cut off her DNA, then I think maybe, just maybe, you might be a toxic dude. Because I think it's killing a baby, but I'm so thankful I'll never have to go through that. I wake up every day thankful I could stand up and take a piss wherever the fuck I want, behind a tree, so nobody could point at me going, "You're trying to flash me." That's why dudes walk away from them. They'll be calling us gay. They've been doing this for a long time, bro. That's why all they go after is toxic dude. They don't even see that the dude is toxic. Hey, what a surprise. You convinced him to get his cock licked by you, and then you started acting like a snotty-ass bitch. Gee, I wonder why these dudes don't want to talk to you. Because I see what you do. That's why I say I'd rather be just friends with you. Like, I see what you do. And I'm not going to fall into that loop. Been there, done that. Like, all this shit you talk about somebody else is also about you. That's why I don't sit there making it about a person. It's like the things they do. It's like, okay, if it angers me so much, it's probably also something that reflects off of me. So I look within. You know, I try to seek heaven. I look within and see what I'm doing wrong instead of just blaming them. Even when it's their fault. It's like, bro, I must have invited this energy in somehow. You think all I want to do is argue. Like, bro, I'm giving you information. I'm actually giving you truth. That's not my fault. You look at it like an answer for everything. You just have an answer for everything, don't you? Okay, mom. Like, that's some shit that mom used to say. That's some shit my dad used to say when I was like, bro, you're wrong. Like, you're trying to tell me about something, but you're wrong about it. And you don't want to hear it because it's coming from a little kid's mouth. I know. Just like how they don't want to hear it because it's coming from a man's mouth. I know. I know, bro. It's almost like they act the same. It's almost like they were raised in a very similar way, except they took the narcissistic route instead of the empathy. You understand? That's not my fault, bro. That you don't know what a man is. You're gonna have the same exact shit. Like, is that what you want? To have kids and think it's all good and then get a divorce when you're like older than me? When you're in your 40s or your 50s? Is that what you would like in a marriage? I don't want that from a marriage, bro. To me, marriage is a covenant with God that should be till death do you part.